So basically, one day I was playing solo master mode and decided that I wanted to see how easy normal mode is. So I made a character and launched up a normal, medium-sized world. I started off chopping down some trees and then headed down into a nearby surface cave. It had a chest close to the entrance with exactly nothing of use except for a shine potion. That's right, everyone. I found the only time when a shine potion actually does anything, and it's when you have 0 torches. Heading down the cave a bit more, I found one of the underground house thingies with a double jump inside, so that was pretty nice. There was another gold chest very close, and a fairy came to say hi. It then pointed me in the direction of a chest that I was literally standing on top of, so it was actually really useful. Thank you, fairy. The second chest had another double jump, so that was actually completely useless. Time for some intense combat against some slimes. Here, I'm mining up some silver, and I have no idea why. I don't think I used a single piece of silver in this entire run. I head up and get some rubies, hoping to get a hook at some point soon. I then head back up to the surface and build myself a nice, long house, hoping it's big enough to not have to renovate it in the future. I then decide to explore my world a little to find a desert and make some sweet, sweet cactus armor. I find corruption quite close on the left, and I nearly make it out alive. I head right and go into every cave I find, getting myself an aglet, a mace, and a couple radars along the way. I get my cactus armor, turn my mace into a flaming mace, and decide to face the corruption on my left. With my mace, I'm actually able to kill stuff, which is definitely an improvement. As I've not played melee before, I don't really know how it works, so you'll see a lot of me messing up. I'm hoping to get down into the corruption and break a shadow orb to hopefully get a juicy musket, which should be very useful in the early game. My first 2 shots with it are crits, which easily demolish the Eater of Shards coming for me. I may have accidentally fell down, but that's not important. Time to build some prison cells to keep my NPCs locked up for life. I mean, time to make some comfortable houses that my NPCs can call home. It takes me a little while to get the size right, but I eventually do. After building my cells, houses, I head to the left once again, hoping to get into the tree and into the ice biome. I'm really looking for Hermes boots or any other runny shoes to speed up my movement. I put doors on both sides of the tree, which actually proves to be a very good idea, especially considering the damage the Eater of Shards do. I head down in the tree, get some more climbing claws, and find a whole lot more nothing, and then head into the snow biome caves. In the underground house I get a blizzard in a bottle, easily the best double jump in the entire game. I head down even further, find 2 life crystals, and call it a day. New day, new goals. I head to the left again with the goal of making it further than I have before. I get a nice ancient shadow chestplate in the corruption. I go past the ice biome and find another desert that is partly corrupt. The next desert I find has a dungeon in it. I find some more living trees, steal their loot, and continue on my way. I make it to the beach and find Mr. Angler floating into the shore. I head into the ocean, find some water walking boots, and teleport back home after drowning only a little bit. I decide to go right again, because why the hell not? I find the jungle and decide to play the game of how long can I live in the jungle with 2/3 cactus armor and a flaming mace. I head down another cave before deciding to not die in the underground jungle and making my way up. I find another corruption just to the right of the jungle, so my world has 3 corruptions. Very nice. Of course, I venture in, make it through, and find the other shore. I've now completely covered the entire surface. Nice! With my water walking boots, I walk over to a deep part of the ocean and head down. In the faint glow of a jellyfish, I see a shark and decide to, as they say, GTFO. I really want running shoes at this point, and want to see how I fare against antlions, so I head into the antlion den. With a mixture of using solid walls and running away, I managed to get out, narrowly not dying, and with another 20 health. Not doable. Holy shit. Why am I so good at this game? Why? Can anyone tell me? I then extractinate some stuff and decide that I will play melee. My goal for the next session is to make myself an Amazon. I head to the jungle, but remember once I get to the desert that I need sand to make glass to make my house look nice. I mine up some sand and continue on my way to the jungle. I want to get deeper into the jungle, so I decide to cut through a beehive. I see a hornet behind the spawner for Queen Bee, and know that if I so much as tickle the spawner, I will die. I try to get the fart out of there, but in doing so, I spawn some bees. I press my number button to get my mace out, but whoops, I changed that recently. My 1 button now pulls out my musket. I unknowingly take aim at the Queen Bee spawner and immediately ruin my day. I decide to just cut my losses and depot my money at home. I then wait for my fate to consume me, and I die to the first boss I spawn. I head back to the jungle and make a pact with myself to just go around beehives instead of through them. I head down and find an altar which contains a staff of regrowth. It could have been worse. At least I didn't get a seaweed or flower boots. I finally realize the actual amount of stuff I need for the Amazon, and decide that I may as well just stay for even longer and get everything for the blade of grass as well. I die. Fart. But this does not dissuade me. I go back, grab my money from my grave, and kill the things that killed me. More getting jungle spores, more killing enemies. Oh, a jungle altar. How nice. Anklet of the wind. Nice. A bit more death and destruction before I get everything I need and leave. I wondered where all of the naturally spawning events were, so I go to destroy another shadow orb, just in case. I fought it up, so I go back home to make some sticky bombs. But wait, slime is falling from the sky. 150 slimes later, and the big lad himself comes alive. I stab him. Yo-yo him? This is probably the worst arena, quote unquote, I've ever had in my entire life for anything. Oh, holy shit, bro, this yo-yo is insane. Until he dies. Too easy. First actual boss battle, no arena, easy peasy. I decide that to keep going, I'll probably at least need a flat spot to win these fights. I terraform and make a subpar arena. I spawn the Eye of Cthulhu because I feel like it. Guys, trust me, I'm good at this game. Guys, trust me. guys. I swear, I've completed Master Legendary, you guys. Trust me. Oh. He moves so slowly, it's just... Oh. The fight was pretty easy, I would say. I'm on a hot streak. 2 bosses out of 2. Queen Bee doesn't count. If you think it does, it doesn't. I make the rules. So decide to go after the consumer of planetary objects. I kind of mess up getting out of the hole, so that's not cool. Then he hits me a lot, and because I have no idea what I'm doing, I make like 300 smaller sections, little buggers. I kind of do not do that bad. Like, I kind of do alright until I just die. And then, so I guess I wasn't doing great. I suck up all the stuff I got from killing some of the sections and see how much shadow armor costs. Wow, that is expensive. I decide to get the only pissing melee weapon that I know of at this point of time. The Chungus, Star Fury. Balloon first, not bad. Star Fury next, very nice. I have more potion time, so I keep exploring. Wings, that's very nice. This is going very well. So well, that it would be a shame if I died because I didn't see how much longer was left on the potion. Or I forgot to equip my wings. So extremely well. Nothing bad could happen. Right? I go back to where I died, grab my money, drink some more potion, and head back up into the sky. I make it to the ocean and then head left, finding a whole lot of nothing. Long ass mining session to get more health and Hermes boots time. Okay, well that took like 40 minutes. Time for Eater of Worlds time. The Star Fury makes short work of him, with its piercing ability and high damage doing bits. Now that pretty much all of the pre-hard mode bosses are done, it's elevator time. I make myself a farm and then remember that I have to kill Skeletron. There happens to be a blood moon, but I was too ready for the fight. I've only played Expert and Master mode, so didn't realize that once his hands were gone, the fight was just pretty much over. That was cool, and pretty easy as well. I do the Blood Moon, and luckily get a money trough. Immediately after, it was a Goblin Army time. So, this is where all the events were. Get through that easily, spend a little time finding Senor Tinkerer, and make myself some lightning boots. I still have my weapons and armor from the start of pre-hard mode, so I check what the goodest weapon and armor is. After deciding to upgrade my armor first, I keep digging my elevator, make myself some obsidian skin potions, and mine some hellstone. I make new pickaxe and sword, and go to dungeon to get the Muramasa and a cobalt shield. I clutch up on 1 HP, and get myself an aqua scepter and an alchemy table. Then I die, so that's definitely not cool. I go back to the dungeon and get a cobalt shield. Cool. Then I got a magic missile. Not cool. But I did get a shadow key. Cool. Then I got a valor. That's pretty good. Then I got a Muramasa. That's very cool. I make my Knight's Edge and go face Queen Bee. For the first time. There was no other time. She dies, and I go explore the underworld a bit. I go and try to get a voodoo demon so I can kill Waffle House. Then there's another goblin army. Dead. I can't find any voodoo demons, so I just do it the good old way. Kill the guide with lava. He takes a while to move in, so I do some other things first, like setting up a little runway and also fully exploring both oceans. There is another shark in the right ocean, but I'm far stronger now, so it just kinda dies. The guide finally moves in, so I ready myself for the final battle before hard mode. I let the lava enter the guide's house. Using a mix of my Knight's Edge, Valor, and Star Fury, I managed to defeat Waffle House. Pre-hard mode has concluded, and so has this video. Look out for part 2, which may come soon, or maybe I just won't make it, like 42% of my other videos. Thank you for watching, everyone.